just starting from the problem at its base, the global gender digital divide is a massive detriment to the digital economy. So the exclusion of women in the digital economy costs about $1 trillion globally, for specifically in low and middle income countries over the past 10 years. And right now, 2 billion people are still unconnected to the internet. So it's a huge challenge that we're combating globally. When we're looking at effective practices to bridge the gender digital divide, really the best ways are through co-design. So anything that is community driven is the best solution. We see a lot of top-down strategies from governments or organizations, and these don't tend to be very sustainable. They tend to cost a lot of money, and they're not owned by the community. So when we're working with women, they're leaders inherently. They're the ones that are putting their kids through education, bringing food to the table, taking on a lot of responsibility inside and outside of the home. So the more that we can work with them in partnership and build programs that are designed for sustainable growth through community-led initiatives, the better we can bring them online. So my favorite digital solution really is led by a cooperative here in Morocco called the ANU. They've designed a fully non-literate interface that allows artisans who have never had formal education to access the global digital marketplace. So the ANU is working with cooperatives around Morocco to use a WhatsApp chatbot to fully automate the supply chain and logistics process. So these artisans, despite not being able to read or write, they're able to use emojis or numbers in order to move through the catalog system and send rugs and other artistic materials to people in Europe and the US, and to generate massive amounts of money for their communities. We're seeing a lot of similar solutions that are using WhatsApp specifically around the world, that are able to provide services to refugees, for instance. IRC has an incredible platform called Signpost. They have programs in at least 13 different countries, and they're expanding rapidly, so I can't give you a specific number. But they're able to give services to refugees based on user-driven feedback. So if a refugee is connecting with their WhatsApp platform or Instagram or Facebook, they're giving questions about the types of services that they're looking to receive. Maybe IRC has designed the program around providing legal documents, but they're getting a lot of questions around gender-based violence or family care, family planning. And so IRC has designed a system where they can update the content that they're giving out to these communities based on the feedback that they're receiving from the users themselves. So when we're creating opportunities online for women and girls, it's really important to look at the challenges that are confronted. There are a variety of challenges, from infrastructure to education to other systemic issues that they face. And so being aware of those issues is very important so that we can bring solutions to the table. Those solutions have to be community driven. They have to be co-designed with the women themselves and tailored to the different schedule that they lead in their daily life or challenges that they face, because every community is different. Every woman within that community is different. And so it's very important to create a reality that works for them. It's very nice to talk in semantics and say we can create this amazing women-led program, but the reality is that every woman is different and has her own challenges. For me, it's very important that we have an intersectional design. So we have women with disabilities, we have younger women, we have older women, we have illiterate women, we have women in politics. They're all facing very different challenges, but they're all interacting with the internet in some way, shape, or form. So it's very important that we don't look at this in a one-size-fits-all solution. It has to be holistic, and it has to be demanded by them as well. For an equitable future based on digital and social sectors, for me, there's three really important points. One is intersectional, as I just said. The second is that we're co-designing the future together. And that the third is that it's accessible as well. So we have to be able to create a place where everyone can access the content, whether that's through linguistic diversity, whether it's through a variety of means to access the internet, broadband infrastructure. Creating tools with communities is the only way that we're going to be able to move forward together.